On today's episode of Nerdy Dating, we talk about what's the best dating app for a serious relationship. We also ask the question or answer the question of what does it mean when he says he's still figuring out on a dating app? And lastly, we have a woman who has the dilemma of should she date a guy that she's not fully attracted to? Stick around, could be another great episode for the season finale. What's up, world? Welcome to the final episode of season 3 of Nerdy Dating. Thank you guys for watching this series. Thank you guys for being part of the journey. I appreciate y'all so much. Let's go ahead and hop into this final episode of season 3. And we're kicking off with this question here. Do I tell him? I'm 24 female, have started developing feelings for my friend from work, 23 male. Over the past few months, I'm not sure if he likes me too, and I'm still considering if I should tell him or not. We've been friends for around 8 months and have recently started hanging out outside of work. Initially his suggestion, and I then asked him to go for coffee, which he agreed to. We always chatting with plenty of eye contact and smiling. We've spoken about ambitions, plans for the future, and thoughts on having kids, a lot of which we agree on. I've opened up to him about a couple of things that he has done in the same with me. There's a lot of things that we have in common, and I feel that his heart most of the messages, and I find out he hearts most of the messages I send him. He recently popped up on my Tinder, so I know he's single, but wasn't sure if I should swipe right or speak to him in person. I don't know if I'm reading into everything too much. Any advice, please? Okay, swipe right at him on Tinder. He saw on Tinder, and then just ask him like, hey, would you actually like to go on a date? You can ask him that and see where he goes. Like, he's probably, because y'all work together, he's probably like not trying to make that first move. He don't want to make work awkward or anything like that. But if you're willing to take that risk, go for it and see what happens. Let's see if there's been an update on this one. This was 12 days ago. So let's see. Is there an update? Nope, there hasn't been an update. But yes, I will say just ask him. Ask him for like, hey, can I take you on an actual date? Can we go on an actual date? I like you a lot. I want to get to know you more. I want to get to know you more than just a friend. Can we go on an actual date and go from there and see what happens? Like, he's probably not making that move because you guys work together, so therefore he don't want to put work and everything in jeopardy. But if you make that move and show that, hey, you know what, I'm down with it too, he might be down with it. All right, next one. What app is best for serious daters? I'm a male and just turned 31 on the 14th. I've tried my luck with various apps with minimum success, but from what I've seen, one date or so a month is quite good. Oh, so he's just been out there for a month. My intention though is to date seriously with monogamy and marriage in mind. Which apps are best for this, and if anyone has any advice for more obscure red flags watch out for, please share. Thanks in advance for any serious replies. All right. So, all the apps out there can be used for serious daters. I think the big three, Bumble, Tinder, and Hinge, is probably the best bet if you're looking for the serious one. And Hinge is probably the one you're looking for the most serious. Tinder, you can find somebody serious on there, but the border to entry for Tinder is super easy. Make a profile, you're good to go. But for, Hinge, you gotta make sure your profile is complete before you can start dating on there and find somebody. So I'll say your best bet's probably go over Hinge, Bumble, and then Tinder. Make sure your profile is completely filled out. Make sure that you have everything in there and have that you're looking for a serious relationship. As far as what to look out for, don't date any women who say like I'm looking for a friend only, or look like a fake profile, really like a lot of cleavage, a lot of bikini pics and stuff like that. And they say like follow my social media account, follow my Instagram, follow my Snapchat. Be careful of those accounts. Those are most likely bots. But just be yourself, be honest, and swipe away. Next one. Does Hinge suck for everybody else? Out of all the dating apps I used, this was the worst one. I've had it for 5 years and get usually only one match a year. Out of those matches, the longest conversation I've had with one was only a few sentences. Never even got a phone number or date set up. I don't have as much success with Tinder now that I'm not in a populated area, but when I was in college, I had a lot more success with that and Bumble. Your problem right there. You're not in a populated area. You're in an area where dating apps are sparse. So most people are not on Hinge like that. You're running through people left and right. And if you're not using Hinge that often, your profile got set to the back and it's probably not getting pushed to the front because you're not a user on the app. You probably get the most success with Tinder because most people think of dating apps, they think of Tinder to go to Tinder first, and that's like the front one. It's like the McDonald's of dating apps. Like it's just there. It's what people think of. When you think of fast food, you think of McDonald's. If you think of dating apps, you think of Tinder. That's where top of mind awareness goes. So people goes to Tinder. Bumble is kind of like the Burger King. It's there. It's kind of like the same thing, but people go in there and the women get to make the first move. When it comes to Hinge, yes, the more popular the city you're in, the more luck you're going to have on Hinge. Plus, Hinge only gives you 10 likes a day, unless you're paying for it. So if women are not swiping right on you as much, or you only have 10 likes to swipe on, and then you run out, your chances of meeting people in a small area might not be that successful because they're probably swiping away on you. So, and also your profile. You didn't tell anything about your profile. Your profile is not complete. Hinge is not going to push your profile. You don't do 3 pictures on there and kept it going. Hinge is not going to push or boost your profile. So you have to make sure you have a full profile if you're going to be on Hinge, and be understanding that yes, your likes and the matches are not going to be as much because the app is designed to get you off of the app after your 10 likes and keep it moving, unless you're willing to pay for it and there's that game start going. But it's not made for you to be on there all the time. And if your profile is not complete, it's not going to push your profile. Just saying. All right, got a long one here. Dating. I need advice. I'm going on a date with a guy soon, but I do not find him that attractive. He's not bad looking, but I'm just not that into him. Oh, man. I'm not saying he is ugly, just that I need to figure out whether he is attracted to me. I don't know why I paused there. Why did I... Wait, what? You're not attracted to him, not that attracted to him, but you need to figure out if he's attracted to you. I usually have to be acquaintance or friends with the guy to figure out if I find him cute/handsome or not. I decide to go spend time with him because I might like his personality. Oh man, I'm not sure, but is it common for the guy to find the girl pretty and not the girl find the guy cute/handsome, but after a few dates the girl starts to like him? It's just, you listen to society, you will hear that more often. I'm afraid of liking him. To be honest, I'm not really sure why. I think I'm afraid of commitment as of now. It's just one date. It's just one date. Just one date. What if I date him, but then find a guy who I really find cute? What then? Do I just bury my thoughts about the new guy? Can you guys share your experience that are similar to mine? I'm 50-ish into him. Plus, one date is nothing. People date to figure out whether they want to see the other person again. It's not like I'm saying I'm all in for the other person. Well, you're talking like you're all in for the other person. Take your time. That's one thing where you're like, well, I see somebody cuter. That's part of dating. You dating and get to see if you want to talk to someone, get to know somebody. But I will say this, there's too many people out there in the world. There's too many options out there for you to settle on somebody you're not into. Don't take that whole thing. Like, there's no scarcity now for dating. There's not. You'll find people out there. Unless you live in a small town where it's you and 10 people, there's not scarcity out there. You can date and put your range 50 miles. If you're on a drive 50 miles an hour, 50 miles per radius, you can do 50 miles and go find somebody here and there and date. So it's because you're not attracted to somebody, I don't think you should go on that date with somebody. Now, if you're let me see, you're 50-ish into him, but you're not really that attracted to him. So you're even saying right now, if the guy walked past me and I find him more attractive, I'm going to go for that guy. That's okay. You're dating. Go try to date that dude too. I think what you should do is not going to date this guy. You're not really that into him. That's fine. Perfectly fine. You're not forced to date somebody that you're not into. There's no scarcity thing. You don't need a man to get a house, a man to have a job, a man to get a credit card, a man to open up a bank account. You don't need a man to do any of that anymore. You can do all that on your own. Dating is a want. You want to build a life with somebody. You want a commitment. You want, a strong relationship with somebody. It's not a need. There's no need for it. So we're not living in the 1970s anymore, 1960s and 1900s. We're not living in that. We're living in 2025. It's okay to not go on a date with somebody you're just not into. That's perfectly fine. And he will get over it. You don't have to tell him. But if you go on a date, have fun, get to know him, whatnot, and then see if you want to go forward. But if you're not fully into him, I don't think you should waste his time. That's just my opinion. All right, I do want to read the comment section on this one. So somebody does say this. I think women are socialized to believe attraction can grow and prioritize that, whereas dudes are socialized to go after girls they think are hot. I know I've been told as a girl to give guys I don't find attractive a chance. Now I'm only hanging out with the people who I think are cute off the bat. Yes, attraction can grow, but I want to start with a baseline of I think you're hot and now I think you're really hot as I get to know them. Not I didn't think they were hot at all, but I'm still hung out with them. I have a first date tonight and couldn't imagine how mortified I'll be if a dude was posting, I have a date with a girl soon, but I do not find her that attractive. Yikes. And then somebody goes, this. I was one of those women that believed attraction would grow, and it did, but it still didn't work out. The guys pretend to be a good guy and then are assholes. Okay, or then were the guys, they were assholes. So better to go with guys you find hot from the start. Now this is a bad guy. Oh, sorry. Now this is bad, but those guys I really thought were unattractive, so I was actually embarrassed when things ended badly. Like, ew, this is what I dated? Yeah, man, like, no, for sure. It's like I can't believe I let that person near me long enough screw me over. Now at least I'm like, okay, it's over, but he was so hot. Then the original post goes, but then the hot one screw us over. At least I'd rather be screwed over by a hottie toddy. Okay. So they're in the comment section, all the girls in here are saying like, yes, go out with a dude you find attractive. And this is a societal thing. That's a societal thing. And as far as like, the hot one screw you over, if you're dating somebody, they're going to screw you over. They're going to screw you over regardless of if they're hot or not. So don't worry about that. Go have fun. Go get to know somebody and date who you're attracted to. Don't force yourself to date somebody you're not attracted to, because then eventually you're going to start to resent them. And also attraction fades over time, looks fades over time. You're going to find yourself looking like, I'm not even attracted to you. Why am I here? Versus, I think this person's hot as hell. And yes, we're older, but they're still hot as hell. And I'm here for it. So yeah, date people that you only want to date versus dating people that you're like, I think I should date them, or force yourself to date them. Cause that's not good at all. All right, moving on. Still figuring out relationship goals / type. Hi, sorry if this is a silly question, but I'm totally new to the world of dating apps. I'm 25 female, got a like from a guy, 25 male, who seemed to have a few things in common with me and who I find interesting. However, I noticed that on his profile, he wrote that he's still figuring out both his relationship goals and relationship type. Does that usually mean he's only looking for hookups, or that he's not into monogamy, or are those things people say when they're open to different possibilities? I'm asking because on my profile, I made it clear several times I'm looking for something serious and monogamous, so I found it a bit odd that he likes me anyway. I love to hear your thoughts since I'm trying to not to waste my time. Thanks a lot. And let me tell you right now, guys on dating apps are swiping off of looks. They're going to swipe off looks first, right? And then if we get a match, we're going to be like, I can make this work. Or be like, this is not going to work for me. Or, heck yeah, let's go. Guys are going off of looks. Most guys are not sitting there dissecting every profile, because one, we're not getting likes like that. We're not getting all the likes that ladies are getting, so therefore we can't just sit there and wait for likes. We're going to go and be proactive and swipe right, while ladies can sit there and wait for the likes to flood in and then see, do I like this guy, do I not? Left swipe. Do I like this guy, do I not? Left swipe. Do I like what's on his profile? Left swipe. That guy, those guys who are saying they're open for relationship possibilities, or they're still figuring it out. They could still be figuring it out. They also could be looking for a casual hookup, and they're being upfront and at least honest about what they're wanting, versus telling a guy who's saying he's looking for monogamous and then only looking for monogamous or looking for a long-term relationship, and then having the audacity to say like, I'm here for a hookup and dip, versus saying get to date you a few more and see if you even work. So at least he's upfront and honest with that, versus those that are not. Now, guys are swiping right based off looks. They're going looks first. If they get the match, and then they're going through and see, what do we have in common? Is this good for me? This is not good for me. I want to go on a date with her. I want to see what she's about. Let me see how I can talk to her. Let's see how this goes. Even though his profile says he's open for whatever, but then flip side, if you do go on a date with this guy, he's already telling you what he's about right then and there. And he goes ahead and changes and says, like, say to continue a relationship with you, you gotta go down the pipeline a few months. Then you know, okay, he is kind of trying to figure out where you want to go. And then you can ask him a couple months in, you start dating, hey, I want to be in a relationship with you. What do you want to be in a relationship with me? And go from there. But I would say at least he's upfront and honest, and guys are not looking at the profile first. They're most likely looking at the face. They're not looking at the details of your profile and your bio and all that stuff. No. That comes later after the swipe right. Next one. Am I the jerk for telling my girlfriend I found her past gross even though I didn't want to tell her? So recently I found out my girlfriend has a colorful past. She was once a groupie and did a lot of group sex with the band. All right, good for her. My personal thoughts, kind of gross to let yourself be a toy to a whole group just because they play music well. And kind of gross to make someone your toy and share them with a whole group. So yeah, I think the guys involved were gross too. Okay, now we're being judgy. No judgment here. Like, this is not cool. You shouldn't do that to your girlfriend like that. And in case you're curious, no, I have never had group sex. I wasn't even thinking, matter of fact, at the way you're acting, I would not even assume that you had group sex. I was never interested. Okay, dude, do you? And honestly, I think anything involved more than 5 people is straight up gross, regardless of gender. So you're cool with 5 people, but more than that is outrageous. It's across the line. Look, man. Okay. Now, I'm not going to break up with her over this. I get that it's in her past. Anyway, my girlfriend asked me what I was thinking in regards to the night I found out. I told her I hadn't think about it. Okay, I hadn't thought about it, is what you should say. Which is true, to be honest. And at that point, I kind of forgot. She insisted on talking about it, but I really didn't want to. She got upset and kept pressing me. I told her it's a really bad idea. I asked if she really wanted my honest opinion. She said yeah. And, well, she got upset. I told her that this was on her and that I'm not going to pretend that I don't find it gross. Okay. Look, she asked. Yes. You shouldn't ask questions you don't want the answer to, but she asked and she wanted the answer. You've been upfront and honest, but there's a way you can deliver that without being a jerk about it. You would have been a jerk for saying, you know, yes, I think it's gross. I would never do this. How dare you do this? I would never hook up with five or more people or 6+ people. I wouldn't be used as a toy. The way you came across in this is the way that she sounds like you said it to her. It sounds disrespectful. It sounds like you're judging. It sounds like you're being, greater than thou. I am better than you because I never had group sex. Y'all. look, she had group sex, she had fun, she wanted your honest opinion, and you gave her your honest opinion, but you could, there's a way you can deliver that answer without being an asshole about it. I know it's just, I say I'm not a jerk, but yeah, without being a jerk about it. You can deliver that answer without being a jerk. You can say, hey, no, I get that your pass. That's not for me. I don't find it, no, I wouldn't find that enjoyable for myself. I wouldn't find it fun for myself. You can see, like, I think more than 5 people could be a little dirty. That's just me. That's my thought. You could just left it at that. Versus, I think it's gross how you let yourself be used as a toy. Like, maybe she was having fun. She had the best time there. Like, that's fine. And she obviously was down for that. Good for her for being open about that and she's being safe, whatnot. Like, okay, cool. But you don't have to be a jerk about it. Somebody goes, I think it's funny that you draw the line at 5. And then somebody else goes, there was a post a few hours ago about a guy calling off his marriage after his fiance invited the 5 guys she had a orgy with to their wedding. That is hilarious. That breaking it off, but inviting the guy that she had the orgy with to her wedding is actually pretty hilarious. All right, let's see if he has a follow-up on this. Nope, he does not. But yeah, no, like, I definitely think, like, you can be turned off by it. You can be, not into that without shaming your girlfriend. And from what it sounds like you're shaming her by saying, think everybody was gross and you're gross for doing it. You don't have to shame your girlfriend for that. All right, last one, and we'll call it a season here. Is it normal for a man to feel worthless without a woman? Ooh, this should be a good one to end the season with. All right, here we go. I never had a girlfriend. My best friend is the only woman in my life that has done all types of nice things for me. The other ones, even when I get a woman's number, we never communicate after that. Luckily, I have a woman best friend, and if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't be existing right now. Okay? Even with my woman best friend, I always question, if it wasn't for her, would I even exist? I hope this doesn't end, because I will end if this ends. Love song from the 1920 onwards would suggest this is very normal. Is it normal for a man to feel worthless without a woman? Is it normal for a man to feel worthless without a woman? Is it normal? A lot of love songs is about that. And I think that person in the comment section said love songs from 1920s onward would suggest this is very normal. Yes, what it is, you're putting your worth into somebody else, and this is not just a woman thing. It's not just like into a woman, but it's also for women who saying like they can't exist without their boyfriend, without a man. They can't exist, and especially in 2025, like when everybody's free to have their own things, they're free to go on their own path and do their own stuff. You don't need the person of opposite gender or the person of the same gender to make you feel whole. You need to find how to feel yourself first. Fill yourself with confidence. Learn about who you are. Go learn about what you like, what things that you make you feel happy, things that make you feel alive. Invest in yourself first, so that way you're not investing in somebody else and making yourself, putting somebody else on a pedestal. So when they leave or when they change or life happens, they're no longer in your life, you feel like you're worthless. No, you need to build yourself up first. Have confidence in yourself. It starts with you. Everything starts with you. When you wake up, it starts with you. You what matter to the world. You will give joy to the world. And how you bring yourself to the world will also give joy to other people. Improve your life, improve yourself, and that's going to improve the environment around you. Surround yourself around positivity. Surround yourself around good things. Take out the negativity and build yourself up. Start doing good things for other people. Start doing good things for yourself. Take care of yourself. Get out there and make yourself, know your worth. And you are valuable. There's only one of you. Nobody can replicate that. Nobody. So your worth needs to come from yourself first. Build into yourself. Figure out who you are. Figure out what you're about. Figure out what you want to give to the world. Go from there. That's what you should do. And then if you will feel stable enough to start dating other people, and then you'll find out when somebody says, you're not for me, you're just not earth shattering, like, oh no, my world is over. You can be like, I appreciate you for being an honest person, for telling me that I'm not for you. I wish you the best out there. Hope you find somebody that, meets and compatible to you. And I'm gonna go out there and find somebody that meets and compatible with me. And I want to date them, not that I need to date them. I think that's one thing we all take, as a country in America, we put so much emphasis on needing somebody else to feel whole. In reality, you don't need somebody else to feel whole. You need yourself and build yourself up, and you want somebody to share your life with. It's a different mentality when you say, I want somebody to share my life with, versus I need somebody to make you feel like I meant something. No. That's toxic. That's dangerous. Now put yourself in a spot where you're getting taken advantage of because somebody's like, oh, they're not going to leave me because they need me. Versus like, know what? I'm confident in who I am. I won't put up with X, Y, and Z. I know what I'm looking for. I want somebody to share my world with and make me feel like and not make me feel, but just add joy to my life and add things to my life. Guy or girl, they should find somebody who adds joy to their life, not somebody who takes out joy and makes it like a horrible place. You need to find somebody who adds joy, but only you can find that person that adds that joy. You gotta know what you're about and know what you want, and it starts with you. You're the worth piece. You're worth it, and you are the only one in this world. So take that to value. Take what you are. Don't put your value in somebody else. Put that value back into yourself. Build yourself up. And then you can go out there and start dating and find that partner that adds value to your life or whatever it is that you're looking for. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you guys for watching this season of Nerdy Dating. I appreciate y'all. Thank you guys for being around. Please continue to share, like, and do everything you can to get the word out there. I enjoy doing these content. I enjoy reading these Reddit posts or reacting to YouTube videos and reacting to stuff. In my absence, I don't know if I will react to a few videos like Love is Blind. I don't know. I'm still thinking about that, still working that out. But I definitely enjoyed this series. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for giving me the space to do this. I love y'all. See y'all in the fall or winter. And keep being awesome. Thank you for watching this episode of Nerdy Dating. I really appreciate it. If there's another episode you want to watch, you can look at it right there. If you want to subscribe to the page and watch more content, it's down here. Also, you have a question about dating, you want to put it in the comment section, go ahead and do it. Or you can send me your dating question to my email of alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. That's alizakkanerdydating@gmail.com. And I will answer your question on the next episode of Nerdy Dating. Thank you so much for watching the show. I appreciate you and keep being awesome.